Seeking the truth.
Hey guys, GG Gabe here, and today I'm going to be telling you guys kind of like a dual story, but first I'm going to tell you guys what's going on if you listen to me and my friend's podcast called Cheers from the Claimers. The reason why we haven't been doing any podcasts lately is because we've been busy with school, being this is just the end of the week right now that I finished my my first freshman week of high school, and it's going great, and he is being homeschooled right now, which is the reason why he can't really do anything. So that's just why we haven't been doing any podcasts lately. But let's just do a story. I promised to get back on a schedule. I've just been really busy and everything like that, being, first week of high school. But anyway, let's get into this. So, in high school, right, on, I think it was like the fourth day, I reconnected with an old friend that I used to know from like elementary school. And let's call this guy Matt Bradley. So Matt Bradley, he was a bit weird, I guess you could say, as in elementary. He would do weird shit, like yell out weird stuff. Just a weird guy. Good guy, but weird guy. Now, he had a lot of trouble with foster care and stuff like that. His mom was not too nice, and his dad wasn't too nice, and, he just all kind of sorts messed up, which I really feel bad for him for, right? So, so I'm waiting at the bus stop with one of my buddies, right? And he says to me, he's like, "Is that Matt Bradley?" And I'm like, "Where?" He's like, "Right there. It looks just like him." And I was like, "No." So I go up and I ask him, I was like, "Hey, is your name Matt Bradley?" He's like, "Yeah." Is your name Gabe? I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh my god." So, we had basic talk and everything like that, right? We talked, everything like that, it was all good, catching up and everything like that. So I asked him if he had any friends at this high school we go to, and he's like, "No." So I was like, "Oh, you want to hang with us?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." So the next day, we all get here, we're all hanging out, and then we have a 45-minute break. We have open campus at our high school. So I met up with all my friends. Matt Bradley came with us, and we went and hung out. We go under a bridge and stuff like that. So it was fun. Everyone, met back up with them, told them about that kind of stuff. But, so everything was good for that day. The next day, it was okay, but it wasn't as good, I guess you could say. The next day was weird. So we had our little break thing, right? We left, and, so the other four people I'm with, Ronnie, Lucas, Brandon, and let's just call the other one Noel. So those four wanted to go to Ronnie's house, and I didn't. So me and Matt Bradley wanted to get food. So we said we'd meet them back. So me and him went to Burger King. That was packed full of shit, so we went to Sobeys instead. So when we were going to Sobeys, we got fucking food, right? And we came out, we were walking. And so we see these 17, 18-year-old people in a car. And we're walking, and out of nowhere, Matt Bradley just yells, "Fucking retards." And so they stop their car, and they yell back to us. And in my head, I'm just like, what the fuck did you do? Why did you say that? You fucking dumbass bitch. I never said that to him, but I was thinking that. And I was like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna come jump us? They ended up just calling us fucking faggots or something like that, and then driving away. But I was just like, why? Just why the hell would you do that? Just a weird ass thing. So after school that day, me, Connell, which is another one of my buddies, and Matt Bradley decided we wanted to go hang out. Ronnie was there too, so we went to hang out. So on our way back from a dollar store, we bought a bunch of shit. We heard a big noise, sounding like a gunshot. So we went up to see what it was, and turns out there was a 3-way car crash just where we were. So we were sticking around, no one was hurt bad. There was a car crashed into a pole, and there was 2 cars with their rear ends. They were fucking rear-ended hard, fucking smacked. So we just sticked around a little bit, seeing what was going on, and no one was hurt, so we took a few pictures and left. So on our way there, right, fucking Matt Bradley tells us something, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm probably gonna get fucked." And I'm like, "Why?" It's like, cause I didn't tell my mom where I was going. And I was like, "What the fuck do you mean you didn't tell your mom where you were going?" He's like, "I didn't tell my mom where I was going because my phone." I was like, "You could have asked one of us for it." So we were fucking what the hell? At this point, one of our friends has already left to go golfing, and it was just me and fucking Ronnie. So I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck, Matt Bradley? So Ronnie gives him his phone to call his mom, and his mom is coming to get him. So me, Matt Bradley, and Ronnie go to wait for his mom at this park church thing we're at, right? So while we're waiting, we're just like, why didn't you do it? He's like, I don't know, because I didn't feel like it. So we're like, what the fuck do you mean you didn't feel like it? You're gonna get like fucked now. So his mom pulls up to him, and she is fucking pissed, like red-faced, and it turns out she called the cops on us. She called the cops to come look for her son. So we were like, we could have gotten into a whole fucking shit ton of trouble just because this stupid motherfucker didn't call his mom. We didn't get in trouble, which is fucking lucky as hell, but still, we almost got fucked over because this dumbass didn't call his mom and tell him where he was going. So, basically, you just always gotta fucking tell your parents where you're going and shit like that. Don't ever not do that. It's a fucking, like, just a bad thing to do. So, yeah. Just fucking always call your mom. Now I'm gonna tell you guys about the first time I ever vaped. Now, I don't condone any underage vaping or smoking or anything like that. What I did was really stupid and led to a long ass line of dumbass choices and stuff. So, when I was in about 6th grade, I was, new to middle school and anything like that. And, actually, one of my friends, got addicted a little bit before I did. I wouldn't call myself addicted because I don't go crazy without nicotine, but I don't know. Confusing. Doesn't matter. Anyway, point is, so, one day, I'm waiting outside of school ends, so I'm just waiting for my bus to come pick me up to go home, right? And I see just a fat cloud of smoke come from one of my friend's mouths. Now, this friend is younger than me. We were about, I want to say, maybe just turned 12 at the time. I was 12. He was maybe like 11. So, we were like really young. We were like kids. So, I go up to him, and I'm like, what was that? And he's like, oh, it's just a thing I got. And he pulls out this little black pen-looking thing with a button. It was like one of those basic things, like, have you ever seen those dumbass anti-smoking or vaping ads? How they look like weird shit pen things? Yeah, it looked nothing like that. It was a black thing with a button. So, I was like, oh, I want to try it. So he let me hit his vape. And I was like, oh, that tastes good. What is it? He's like, it's cotton candy. So I was like, oh, it kind of smells nice. Maybe, how did you get it? And he was like, oh, I got that. So I went home and talked to my mom about it. I didn't say that I vaped or anything like that. I talked to her, I was like, what is vaping? And she was like, I'm not sure. So she didn't know what it was, right? Well, she knew what it was, but not really how bad it was and everything like that. You know what I mean? Because parents don't really know that much about it, I guess. So I was wanting that again. So whenever I was with my friend, I would ask him if I could hit his vape. And so he usually let me, but one day I think he sold it, actually, to someone I didn't know at the time, who actually became my friend. So, I was, I guess, mad, which I had no right to be mad at him for, because it was his, he bought it with his own money, I didn't own any part of it at all. So, after that, I got my own. I went through a number of vapes, through Breezes and Nords, and like weed pens and basic actual like vape pens, like EVODs and everything like that. And the last vape I've ever owned was an EVOD Mega, and it was like a traditional silver, big-ass, bulky-ass pen that I would separate and put in hide. Because I'm only like 15 right now, so I was underage at the time. And I remember the same friend who let me his vape the first time is the one who got me the EVOD. And I think it was a gift for my 13th birthday he gave to me. And it was full of juice. And I used all that tank in the like first 2 or 3 days I got it. So, after about a year, I was 14, I didn't want to vape anymore, I was looking at it, and at the time I was still smoking weed, so I don't smoke anymore that much, so I was done vaping, so I threw mine into that, right? And it was hard coming down off of the nicotine, but I was able to do it, because I guess I didn't get that addicted to it, if you could say that. I look at other people who are addicted to nicotine, and I didn't figure out near as bad as they did, which is good. I'm lucky for that. Still, don't ever do anything. Don't be peer pressured. I wasn't peer pressured. It was my choice. I'm the one who asked. It was my dumbass fault. Don't ever get pressured into anything you don't want to do. And that's I guess Gigi Gabe's lesson for the day. Hopefully podcasts and videos will be coming back regularly. I'm kind of focusing a lot on music type stuff right now. But I'll see you guys later. Gigi Gabe out, motherfuckers.
Waste my life, I can't escape my mind. I think I realize I wasted all my time.